September 22nd, 2024. Save your vote. Check your registration. Make sure that you have not been taken off the roll. Vote, vote, vote. Vote for VP Harris. Vote blue, no matter who. Immediately, they obeyed the command of Jesus and immediately took an action to bring the abundant life to this young man. Since Jesus cares about all people, we should do the same. God and Jesus care. Do you? We should do the same and care about all people and bring them to Jesus. As a result, they have an opportunity at the abundant life. How can they hear unless you tell them? How can they see unless you show them? One way in America that we create the abundant life for people. One way that we should show how we care for other people. One way we should show our concern for people is to take actions that make life better and share information. I was driving home from the college and the Lord led me to the Tom Hartman show on Sirius XM 127. It's a talk show, and the conversation was on two very important subjects: voting and healthcare. And please write this down. I have it on the screen. SaveYourVote.org. SaveYourVote.org. This is urgent. This is important, what we're doing right now. SaveYourVote.org. Also, Greg Palast, PALAST.com. PALAST.com. Greg Palast has been working to protect the American vote for a long, long time. His new film is Vigilantes Incorporated, America's New Voter Suppression Hitmen, produced by the actor Martin Sheen. Not only are they talking about in Georgia counting votes one by one, as someone said, the 10 million votes one by one over there, they got other mess going on right now. Please make this one of your goals to share this information. Why? Because you can be about free and fair elections in the United States of America. According to Martin Sheen, there are 40,000 MAGA persons who are challenging 851,000 eligible voters in the state of Georgia. They have been successful in removing eligible voters off the roll. You hear me? They have been successful already in removing eligible voters off the roll. They've been taking people off the roll who have a right to vote, but they've been taking them off the roll. The Bible says in James chapter 2 and verse 17, even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. That father had the good sense to bring his son to Jesus' disciples. Yeah, they messed up, and later on, because they didn't have enough faith and prayer and all that kind of stuff. But at least he had a good sense to bring them, okay? And then Jesus took care of it. But you have to take actions that make things better. Praying is not enough. And the 851,000 eligible voters is all across America, okay? Not just in Georgia, but all across America. Faith, but you must combine it with works. Faith is one track on the train. Works is the other track on the train. Now, the train can move, okay, on two tracks, but one track will not allow a train to move. Are you with me? So on Friday, September 19th, 2024, I shared this information on the Zelina Maxwell Morning Show with a national audience. I also mentioned about the black military soldier who had his name unjustly taken off the Georgia voter roll, but he found it. He brought the founder of democracydocket.org, Mark Elias, and you heard me mention his name before. He's brought countless lawsuits to protect American voters, and he is now VP Harris voter advisor. Well, Mark Elias went to the federal court and got that African-American military person back his right to vote. And they mentioned that if you are taken off the roll, register again to vote. Are you with me? If they unjustly take you off, and we know it's wrong, register again to vote. This is the fastest way. But let me share a little bit of the program from Thursday, September 18th, 2024, for the Tom Hartman program. This is urgent. They're trying to rig the election right now, right here, okay? Right before us. And so let me see if I can find it for a second here. Just share a little bit. Here we go. It's underneath. You'll find it on YouTube underneath Trump's Voter suppression hitmen reveal with Greg Palast, P-A-L-A-S-T. This is so important. Let's listen a little bit.
Greg Palast has a new movie out. It's called his old movie was Best Money, Democracy Money Can Buy. His new movie, Vigilantes, Inc., America's New Vote Suppression Hitmen. And we're going to play a clip of it here that starts out with Martin Sheen, the producer. And those people watching will see it. Those listening will hear it. I think it's radio friendly. It's almost all dialogue. It debuted on September 6th, but you can watch it now for free. GregPalast.com will get you the link, and there's also another link that Greg will tell us about when we come back on the other side of the next break. So here it is. This is a clip from Vigilantes, Inc.
Hello, I'm Martin Sheen. Now, you may or may not be shocked to learn that there is a real threat to the 2024 election, but I can guarantee you will be shocked by the film you are about to see that exposes in no uncertain terms the full extent of that threat. The film is called Vigilantes, Inc., and it follows the heroic investigative reporter Greg Palast as he uncovers a group of 40,000 MAGA volunteers whose efforts have already challenged the voting rights of 851,000 eligible voters with a goal of 2 million by November 5th, and nearly all of them are voters of color. Of course, all of this is just a new form of an old Jim Crow tactic first used in 1946 by the Ku Klux Klan to deny ballots to black voters. Only this time, they are using AI tricks and disinformation to deny ballots to blacks, Hispanics, and Asian American citizens. There is so little time left before the election, so I urge you to get involved by joining this heroic effort to expose voter suppression by going to SaveYourVote.org. And now I invite you to stay tuned to view a trailer of Vigilantes, Inc., and then download the film at no cost. Thank you. And remember, one vote can change an election, and one heart with courage is a majority. Thanks again.
So I'm down in Georgia with these grown men dressed up for Civil War, and they're all excited about this new voting law in Georgia, a law they're certain will allow the South to rise again. The law is called SB 202. I've been covering vote suppression for The Guardian, BBC, Rolling Stone for 2 decades, and I've never seen anything like it. But what shook me up? I'm going through the bill, and I see a landmine planted in it. It's barely noticeable. For the first time in Georgia history, any voter can challenge an unlimited number of other voters and stop their ballots from being counted. And when I say unlimited, I mean unlimited. In Cobb County, it was 48,000 voters challenged.
So my name is Pamela Reardon. I am currently 6th District Committee woman to the state party. So the last 2 years, I hit over 10,000 doors for President Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Did President Trump really lose the state of Georgia?
No.
Tell me why. Why do you think that?
Because I know for sure that voters have voted here and do not live here.
Explain that story. In fact, if I get the math right, you made 2 challenges. You challenged 32,379 voters, said don't count their ballots. I showed her a photo of one of her black neighbors, one of the thousands she challenged. Do you recognize that woman?
Not offhand.
You don't recognize her?
No, but
do you recognize?
If they were taking pictures with me with them, I mean,
I'm not gonna blame you if you took a picture with her. She's a very nice person.
I don't know. I don't.
Her name is Tamara Horn. Do you know Tamara? You don't know any Tamara?
I don't. The name's not familiar.
You're absolutely certain you don't.
I don't.
Okay, you never spoke to her?
No. No.
What about this guy and his wife on his honeymoon? See, there he is, just so the camera could see that he's on his honeymoon. But do you recognize that man?
No.
His interesting name. His name is Storm Saul.
Mm-hmm. And I suppose he was on the list.
Yeah. Did you ever speak to Storm Saul?
No, I told you already. I did not speak to the 32,000 people.
But okay. Well,
I can't even follow up on my own people calling all the time.
Please download this.